Hello and welcome. We are born into this world without a name, without a label. For a short time as babies, we don't think of ourselves as me or others as you. We don't have ideas about who we are. There's no past to remember, just the feeling of being alive right now. But very early in life, we are given a name, and with that name, a story begins. Who are you? If someone asked you this question, you'd probably say your name. But what if you picked a different name like James or Janet? Do you suddenly feel like a different person? Are you someone new? Now ask yourself, where is this I that you talk about? Is it inside your body? Where exactly? Behind your eyes? Inside your brain? In one of the cells in your brain? Or are you all the cells in your body? It's hard to answer because what we truly are is something we can't really understand. It's like trying to look into your own eyes without a mirror. You know your eyes are there, but you can't see them. It's the same with yourself. You know you exist, you feel that you are you, but you can't fully explain or understand it. It's like trying to understand what God is. Both are very hard to understand, and that might be because they come from the same thing. Don't get this wrong. God is not your body, and not the personality your ego created. God is the awareness within you, that calm feeling of just I am. That's who you truly are. As we grow up, that story becomes bigger. People tell us who we are, where we belong, what we should do. And to understand the world around us, we start to believe what they say. We take in many labels, like child, student, boy, girl, smart, quiet, not enough, too much. Over time, we start to believe these labels are who we are. We think the name, the story, the roles we play, that's me. And slowly, without even noticing, we forget what it felt like before the story began. You are not just a small human living on a planet in a huge space. Society often tells us this to make us feel unimportant. But in the past, people believed we were at the center of the universe and that everything, stars and planets, moved around us. Why? Because they believed we were special, chosen. That's exactly what the ego does. Sometimes it tells you you're super important and chosen. Other times it tells you you're nothing and don't matter. But the truth is, you are more than both of those. You don't need to be the chosen one. And you're not just a tiny person in the universe. You are the universe itself. You are the only one here. You are not your thoughts and not what society or ego says you are. The ego tries everything it can to make you forget who you really are, so it can keep existing. Think about your body. Most people think their body is who they are, but your body has changed a lot since you were a child. It has grown, aged, healed, and sometimes gotten sick. Even with all those changes, there's still a feeling that you're the same person. So if the body keeps changing, how can it be your true self? The same is true for your mind. Your thoughts, opinions, and beliefs have changed. The way you see the world may be very different now than it was years ago. If your thoughts and feelings change all the time, are they really who you are? So no, you are not your name, you are not your body, and you are not inside your body. But if we are God, why don't we feel like God? If we are not inside the body, why do we feel stuck in it? These questions sound very hard, but they are actually simple to understand. Imagine you are God before creating anything. You are pure awareness, and there is nothing else but you. Nothing at all, not even empty space. No feelings, nothing, no one, just you. Try to feel that for a few seconds. What would you do? You would start creating the universe. You would want to experience everything. This is what you really wanted, to experience life as every person, every form. And the only way to do that is to forget who you are. You might ask, then why is the world sometimes so cruel? Because nothing is truly real. There is no one else but you. You are both the hunter and the one being hunted. So in the end, it doesn't matter. It's like playing a game where you play every character. It's just a game. When you remember who you really are, that's when awakening happens. That's when the dream ends. But what if those things aren't really who you are? What if your true self has nothing to do with your name, your memories, or the way you look? We spend so much time and energy trying to look good, protect our image, and make people like us. But underneath all of that noise, something much deeper and more peaceful is always there, waiting. It's not something you have to create or fix. It's not about success or being important. It's what stays with you when everything else is taken away. That's what we mean when we say identity beyond name and form. And yet, something has always stayed the same. There is a quiet awareness behind everything, a part of you that has watched your whole life happen. It was there when you were a little kid, and it's still here now. It saw your happy times and your pain, your mistakes and your learning. It doesn't judge you. It doesn't come and go like your thoughts do. It doesn't need a name or want attention. It just is. And that is what you really are. You're not the things that happen in your life. You're the space that holds all of it. You're not the actor in the story, but the awareness that sees the whole play. A lot of our suffering happens because we forget this. We get caught up in the identity we built. We believe we are our personality, our job, or the role we play in our family or society. We build walls around who we think we are. And when life changes or those walls fall, we feel lost. If we're not the helper or the strong one or the successful one, then who are we? The mind is scared that if we let go of these labels, we'll feel empty. But the truth is, what's left when we let go is not emptiness, it's freedom. Freedom from always having to protect a fake version of yourself. Freedom from comparing yourself to others and feeling like you're not enough. Freedom from the idea that you have to be something or prove something to be worthy. Identity is not a bad thing. It only becomes a problem when we think the identity is all that we are. You can still have roles and tell your story, but you no longer believe that's the full truth of you. When you really feel this truth, even just for a moment, it can change your whole life. It doesn't mean you stop living or caring. Actually, life starts to feel more alive. You begin to notice little things, the feeling of the air, the quiet between sounds, the energy in your body. There's a natural sense of being here that shows up when you're not busy trying to be someone. You start to realize this moment isn't just something happening to you. It's happening as you. This isn't just a nice idea, it's something real you can feel in every breath. But to feel it, you have to stop trying so hard to define yourself. That means letting go not just of the good labels, but also of the painful ones you've been carrying. Many of us walk through life holding old pain like it's part of who we are. I'm the one who was hurt. I'm the one who failed. I don't fit in. but those are just old thoughts. They are not your truth. They were never who you really were. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are not even the person who is healing. Healing begins when you stop thinking of yourself as broken. When you stop trying to become something and instead just allow yourself to be. Not perfect, not finished, just alive, just here, already whole. And here's the surprising thing. When you let go of trying to be someone, you actually become more yourself than ever. Not the made-up self, not the fake self, but the real, open, living self that doesn't need to prove anything. Now your actions come from peace, not fear. You don't need a plan to be real. You're not following a script, you're just living. One moment you might be quiet and calm, and the next moment full of passion and energy. That's okay. You're not stuck in one role anymore. You're free to be what you are, moment to moment. This natural flow is who we really are, but we've forgotten. We've been taught to find safety by holding on to a fixed identity, but maybe real safety comes from trusting the unknown, from knowing that even as life changes, the quiet awareness inside you is always here, always whole, always enough. Even on the spiritual path, it's easy to fall into the trap of identity. I'm awakened. I'm better now. I'm beyond ego. These thoughts feel powerful, but they're still just thoughts. The moment you believe you've arrived, you're actually getting caught again. Real awakening is not about becoming a better version of yourself. It's seeing that the self you're trying to improve was never real to begin with. It's not about reaching a special state. It's about returning to what's always been here before the mind started making stories. And what about death? If you think you are your body, then death is scary. It feels like the end. If you think you are your story, death feels like disappearing. But if you know yourself as awareness, then death is not the end. The form, your body, your story, yes, it ends. But the awareness, the formless part of you, is not something that dies. You were never just the wave, you were the whole ocean, showing up for a while as a wave. And when the wave goes back into the sea, nothing is lost. So what does this mean for how you live today? It means you can face each moment with honesty, without fear of losing your image. You can listen fully because you're not trying to prove anything. You can be wrong without feeling ashamed. You can love deeply without needing to hold on. You can take action, even brave action, without needing praise or approval. And when pain shows up, you can feel it without becoming it. This is not about running away from life. It's about being fully alive, not through effort or identity, but by resting in what's already true. When you let go, you don't disappear. You become more real, not the fake, perfect you. The open, living, loving you. The quiet awareness that sees, feels, and holds it all. That's who you've always been. You don't need to go find this part of yourself. It's already here. It always has been. So if you're tired of pretending, tired of performing, tired of trying to be someone, let this be your invitation. Let the mask drop. Let the story pause. Sit quietly. Breathe. Notice what stays when you stop trying. What remains is not nothing. What remains is peace. What remains is presence. What remains is the truth of you. Not your name, not your past, not even your thoughts about this message. Just this, just now, just here. You are already that. Thank you for watching.